Um, I just, I feel honored to have witnessed such a great, magnificent, triumphant, miraculous season of Housewives. I have never felt this way about a group of women. I have never felt this way about a group of women in a very long time. I we're not we're not worthy of the season that was captured on film. I I feel blessed. I feel blessed to have been a part of, reviewed, witnessed such a great season. I I look at my Candace. This is my Candace triangle. I I didn't realize that this was the last episode. I didn't realize that this was the last episode of the season. I don't. What do I do? What do I do with my life? We don't have any other housewife show that can even hold a candle to this season. I mean, we have Beverly Hills, but I'm kind of over Kyle and Dorit. I'm just going to be honest with you. I still like Beverly Hills, but and then don't even get me started on the Real Housewives of Poor Potomac, New York. I just, I, I, I feel honored. I really do to to have been a part of something so magnificent. Baby, let me tell y'all something. What's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. And I wanted to come and talk about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. When I tell y'all this season was everything to me, girl, I have not seen a season of Housewives like this in a very long time. I have not been this excited about a group of white heifers, girl, ever in housewife history. When I tell y'all, when I go to BravoCon 2025, I don't even need nobody else to show up. Everybody else can stay home. The only group of heifers I want to see are the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I want to see Heather. I want to see Meredith. I want to see Mary. I want to see Angie. I want to see Whitney. I want to see Brittany. Yes. I want to see Bronwyn. Who else am I missing? I want to see all the girls of the girls of the girls of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City season 5. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see nobody else. Bring back my girls. Did I say Angie? Did I forget about Angie? Girl. I am excited. This was a flawless season. I cannot remember a season of Housewives like this in a very, very, very long time. Especially with what we have happening in the housewife world. Like I said, I'm up for. I love Beverly Hills because it's Beverly Hills. But girl, I can only take so much Dorit versus everybody, girl. And then on top of that, we know that what Dorit and PK doing is a scam. Girl, we know they really. Girl, I don't believe that Dorit and PK. It's entertaining for a little bit, but girl, whatever. And then Potomac, as I like to call it, Poor Potomac. girl. Yeah, no. And then Real Housewives of New York, I just started rewatching, not rewatching. I'm gonna finish watching that because I think I want to review the reunion. So right now I'm on episode 7, and I think I'm gonna review the reunion. Um, but let's go ahead and get into the season finale of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, season 5, episode 16. Now, this is the extended version. I think that I don't understand why Peacock does this. It's something I don't know. Is Peacock still considered like, I guess, like cable television? I know that sounds crazy. I know it's not cable television, but why is it that on some episodes they decide to show the cursing? I just feel like maybe because I'm a little ignorant. I just feel like when they include the cursing, it just makes the episode so much better. I want to hear the girls curse each other. When I tell you about these, when I tell you, baby, the way these couples be cursing at each other, I want to hear the girls get cursed out. I want to hear them cuss. Yes, I just feel like it makes the episode so much better. So I'm kind of, I don't know why they on some episodes on Peacock they show the cursing, and then some episodes it's uncensored. It is what it is. So the first time I watched the episode like 3 times. Okay, the first time I watched it because I had it DVR'd, and then somebody was like, "Oh, Rodney, make sure you do watch." I'm in the comment section. Somebody was like, "Oh, Rodney, make sure you watch the extended version." I was like, "Oh, okay." So I went to Peacock and I watched the extended version, uncensored version. It is a whole lot better. Um, Okay, so the episode starts off. When I tell you the first minute and 30 seconds, I think it was a minute and 33 seconds of the episode already had me shaking. Girl, I was over here like, when I tell you, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City definitely deserves an Emmy. They do. They deserve an Emmy, an MTV award. What awards do they usually give out for reality television? I think it's Emmys, MTV awards. Like Quiet as It's Kept, girl, no shade. I know it's an NAACP, but girl, Quiet as It's Kept, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, girl should have been nominated for an NAACP award instead of Potomac. For the girls who don't know, Real Housewives of Potomac was nominated for an NAACP award for outstanding like reality show. Now I know it's an NAACP. Well, if y'all had to just nominate Real Housewives of Salt Lake City just because they only got one black girl on the cast, Mary, I would have been okay with that. Okay. Okay. But the first minute and 30 seconds was everything to me. Going to tell you, this is like award winning reality television. So the episode starts off with Meredith. Baby, when Meredith when Meredith popped on my television screen with half of her face covered up, hey, baby, the way I must have screamed in this apartment, girl, when Meredith came on that show, came on my TV screen, and Meredith had that, baby, what is this called? An eye mask. Is that what it's called? Girl, Meredith had that eye mask. I was looking around. Girl, Miss Thing said she had a scratched cornea. Yeah. I said, girl, what is going on? Oh, remember the way? Is this microphone on? Okay, the microphone is on. Okay, y'all. So she and Heather have a conversation, and Heather's basically talking about, basically saying, girl, you've never yelled at me before. The previous night, Meredith was very upset. um, and so they talk about that, and it was just a quick conversation. um I thought this was a great idea. So I think it was Heather's idea for everyone to dress up like Lisa, not necessarily dress up, but they all had on like brunette wigs. So when Lisa was the very last one that was that well, she was the last one to come around the corner. um So I don't think she really knew. You could tell by Lisa's reaction that she was really, really surprised. It was really, really cute. So they go out to lunch. Everybody this is, I guess, their way of like, I guess this is Heather's way of like a thank you to Lisa for the trip. So they're out for lunch or brunch. Um, and everybody is supposed to get up and give an impersonation of Lisa. And when it's Whitney's turn, Whitney, this is the thing with Whitney. I'm not gonna lie. Whitney lost me this season with the whole storyline of the jewelry line with the podcaster and Lisa. I just was like, girl. The only thing I can remember is I do remember, I think last season, Whitney presenting her jewelry line as like at least I took it as though Whitney was creating her own jewelry line. From the sounds of it, it sounds Whitney is just selling jewelry from other folks' lines. Okay, and she marking the price like 500%. Okay, so and that's what it sounds like Whitney doing, you know. But I just was like, I was not interested. I think Whitney, her strength is being the comedic relief. Is it a comedic relief? The one, you know, I think she's the comedy. I do. I think that Whitney, for those who have paid attention to Whitney, Whitney is actually kind of funny. She really, really is. Whitney is funny. I think that if Whitney just steers clear of these storylines that are just like, girl, there's one thing for you to have beef with Lisa, cool, right? Beef with Lisa. But when you start bringing in these storylines that are like, I don't know, it's just not interesting. Whitney's storyline was not interesting to me. Whitney made up for her poor performance, in my opinion, this season with the last few episodes. She did. So Whitney gets up. Whitney is already with the mess. Whitney has tags in her clothes. And she basically says that this is according to the rumors that you return your clothes. Lisa says you got me messed up, basically. You got me confused with somebody else. I'm paraphrasing. And Whitney says, I think you're fake. I think you're very fake. I think you're really bad at diving into connection, feelings, and understanding people. She said, I think you are into friendship that serves you. And when they don't, you move on. She said, you try to make everything, you tend to make everything about you. You know what's so funny? I said, Whitney might be onto something because with Whitney saying that you tend to make everything about you, here we are in this moment, even though it was not her idea. But here we are in this moment with everybody kind of paying homage to Lisa dressed up in brunette wigs. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Like there's a there. There's something there. I feel like the math is mathing with what Whitney said. And if you ask Bronwyn, I'm sure Bronwyn would agree. For everybody to be sitting at a table and for Heather to feel the only way, I'm not going to say the only way, but one of the ways that Lisa will probably feel some type of appreciation is if we basically kind of pretend that we're her. Girl, tell me your friend is shallow and vain without telling us your friend is shallow and vain and all about themselves. You see what I'm saying? All about themselves. Where did I leave off at? So Brittany jumps in. Brittany want to get her lick, but she should have stayed out of it. When I tell you one thing about it, two things for sure, three things for certain. Girl, Brittany is. Girl, shout out to the white girl. Shout out to the white women who watch my channel. What's up? When I tell you one thing, Brittany gonna do is be a white woman and take off running anytime. Girl, they swing her every which way but loose. When I say Brittany is a white woman to her heart, I love it. I do. When I tell you Brittany is gonna run, what Brittany gonna start something, girl. She gonna be in the wrong. She gonna cry and take off running. Okay. So Brittany jumps in and Mary basically shuts her down and tells her, girl, you need to be quiet. Why are you chiming in? Because you thought that we forgot about you recording us earlier because everybody got drunk. But I still ain't forgot. I said, come on, bitch. I think I'm a Mary Getter. Girl. So Brittany takes off running because Meredith jumped in and got her a lick too. they just whacking Brittany all upside her head, not physically. Okay. Um. Okay. So Angie gets up to go see about Brittany because Brittany ran off from the table. Angie got up. I think Lisa, was it Heather? I can't remember, but I know Angie and Lisa got up. But so Angie gets up. Mary feels some type of way because she feels as though, why are you chasing after this person who does not like me? Now, this is the thing. Sometimes we don't have to see certain things to realize that, girl, something happened, right? Like we didn't see, girl, we didn't see Mia call Giselle's daughters a pack of whores. But based off of the fact that Dr. Wendy and Jackie, Mia's friend, liked the post when All True Tea posted it, saying that it was an exclusive from Jasmine Brand that Mia called Giselle's daughter some whores. We didn't have to see it on the show to believe it because by them liking the post, for me, that was enough proof that it happened. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't always got to see stuff, but I will say this much. I'm saying that to bring it home. I know we love Mary, right? But girl, here I go, girl. I'm about to piss some of y'all off. I don't recall a time or even sense something from Brittany that she hates Mary or she dislikes Mary. If anything, if we're gonna be honest, Mary fucks with Brittany more than Brittany messes with her. I think that Brittany rubbed Mary the wrong way when they first met, but I think that Brittany really was trying to connect with Mary. I don't think she had any malicious intent. I just think that that was her way of trying to connect. And in her trying to connect with Mary, she offended Mary. Okay? So even if it wasn't purposely done, that doesn't mean that someone still can't be offended. Mary was offended, even though Brittany didn't mean to do it. And I think ever since then, Mary has been side eyeing and she done had her foot on Brittany's neck. But in Mary's head, either something happened and they just have not shown it, but Mary thinks that Brittany hates her. If anything, it appears to me as though you hate Brittany. Okay. So now she feels as though because I have kind of opened up to Angie, and we have to also take in consideration that Mary has been through some things with this group of women. That's one of the reasons why Mary quit the show. She did not attend the reunion. Was that season two, three? Is it two? She didn't go to the reunion. I can't remember, girl. But she basically quit the show, and it's because of more than likely how she felt with these women, the women in this group, aka also Jenny, right? Um, so I understand why Mary has her guards up. I do, I do. But I just felt like the way she handled Angie was completely wrong. The only reason why I feel like she it made up for her being wrong is that at least Mary can acknowledge where it stems from. Okay. So she's mad at Angie. Girl, she tells Lisa that she's done with her. She's done with Angie. She's already told Angie about Brittany and the fact that Angie still took off running after her. Basically, it's kind of like a, a sign to her that, girl, I never should have let her in. I said, "Ooh, girl." But again, Mary, we'll get to it in a little bit. But again, Mary, well, I guess we'll talk about it right now because yeah, we talk about it right now since we really already there. So they're at dinner. They're all ordering dinner, right? And Angie asks Mary, would she like a piece of pepperoni? Mary doesn't respond to Angie. And then Angie said, "You're being very quiet with me." And then she was like, basically, yeah, you basically kind of like, you know what you did, blah, blah, blah. Um, and Angie said, "You said God brought us together." And she said, "I see you differently than everyone else. I've gotten to know you in a different way, and I don't like the way that you're shutting me out like this." It was really, really sad. Like, to me, girl, for real, I do. You know, girl, we're gonna bring in the other housewives. This moment between Angie and Mary really is like the true testament of like sisterhood, brotherhood, just like friendship, right? I understand that friendships are going to have ups and downs. Girl, you become friends with people, you fall out, right? But I feel like this is a prime example of how friends should be able to work through issues. And I know all issues are not the same size. Um, I feel like all the housewives should take a look at this. Like, girl, this is how, when you really consider somebody your friend, it's one thing if you don't like the hoe. You know what I'm saying? But when you consider somebody your friend, this is how you really should work through issues with your friend. Right? Girl, talk it out. Um, she said, "Well, you hurt me." She said, "I told you everything." And she was like, "I know, and that's why you're hurting me right now." That's what Mary said. Mary said, "Well, you hurt me, and I told you everything." And then Angie said, "I know, and that's why you're hurting me right now." But like it, when I say it was really, like it was. I was like, "Oh, girl, these girls is girl." I know everything is not about a scene, but I was like, "Girl, this is some good TV." Girl, like, girl, this is some good TV. And I'm over here, girl, like, girl, this is so sad. So Mary says that she has really, really bad abandonment issues. And she said it basically stems from her parents. Her father walked out of her life when she was 6 years old because at 6, I guess she was very opinionated and her father didn't like it. Um, I think that's a fucking cop out. I think he's whack as fuck. I do. I refuse to believe that her father walked out of her life because of a 6 year old's mouth. Six? No, he was just whack. He was a piss poor example of a man. And he probably used that as an excuse. Or, or I'm gonna take it a step further. Her no good ass mama probably used that as the reason, and she told Mary that was the reason why the father left. Now, clearly, the father still ain't shit because the father has not been a part of Mary's life since Mary was 6, I believe. So the daddy still ain't shit either way. But I don't think it was just that. I think it was more. I think it was more than likely because of the mother, the fact that he probably did want kids, the fact that he just was an ain't shit nigga, an ain't shit man, an ain't shit father. It was a list of things. But I feel like I also feel like that also could be the thing. Even if Mary's mother told her a plethora of reasons of why the father was no longer a part of their life, that's probably the thing that could have stuck out with Mary the most. So even if she said your father left because he said he didn't want me, he didn't love me, he didn't want no kids, you got a smart ass mouth, that could be the thing that stuck out the most with Mary. Either way, it doesn't matter because the mama ain't shit and the daddy ain't shit. Okay, that's just what it is. So because of that, Mary has real bad abandonment issues, and anytime she lets people in and they portray her, or if they take another person's side, then she cuts them off with the quickness. I said, "Oh, girl." All I could really do is when someone can acknowledge or they know what the problem is, and they tell you this is why I behave the way I behave. In some scenarios, not every scenario, but in some scenarios, girl, all you can do is respect. Like, all I could do is really have respect for Mary and her saying, "I know this is what it is, right? And I know this is where it stems from, right?" And Angie says that she has real bad abandonment issues too because of her mother. It was just really a sad a real like a touching scene. They eventually made up. Um, Heather asks, "Who else wants to clear the air?" Meredith brings up the whole storyline with Whitney and the jewelry and the blogger and all that stuff. Bitch, when Whitney said she reached out to Monica, bitch, when Whitney said she reached out to Monica, hey, baby, the way Heather, hey, baby, the way Heather mouth dropped open, I don't think anybody was expecting Meredith. I mean, I don't think anybody was expecting Whitney to say that she reached out to Meredith. Girl, I want to give a shout out. Shout out to Carlos Harris. Not Carlos King. Carlos Harris. Girl. Carlos Harris said on Twitter, I think he was the one who said, he was the one who said that Whitney was going to try and bring Monica back on that show. I think he said this shit way last year. Look, I think when the heifer got fired, I think he said Whitney was going to be the one to try to bring Monica back on the show, and that's exactly what Whitney. That's literally what I think Whitney was trying to bring Monica. I mean, girl, come on. Yeah, she got in touch with Monica, but I also think that Whitney was trying to bring Monica back on the show, at least towards the end. And I think he also said, I think he said that Whitney or somebody was going to try to bring Monica on the show towards the end of the season, so then they could bring her back into like season 6. Girl, but I feel like that's what Whitney tried to do. It failed. Like, they're not bringing Monica back, especially now. Not after this is a successful season. Now, girl, I did say, I will say this much, girl. The gag is, girl, what if they bring back Monica and Jen at the same time when Jen get out of prison? Anyways, Whitney said she wanted proof. I guess Monica was gonna try to help her figure out. I couldn't, girl. I'm so not into the whole jewelry line, but I think that Whitney was trying to get some proof from Monica that Lisa had something to do with the rumors regarding her jewelry line. Girl, you talking about the same person who said that the FBI had her driving around? Girl, what Monica said, that the FBI had her as an informant, basically. Girl, I had her driving past Jen Shaw's house. Girl, where? Anyways, um, she basically says that you put me in a corner. And then Heather says, I didn't put you in a corner. Bitch! Baby, when I tell you the way I screamed, bitch, when she said these two. Yes. She was talking about Meredith and Lisa. She said these two. Bitch! Oh, baby. And then Lisa said, don't point your finger at me. And then she did like this. And then she said, get your finger out of my face. And she did like this. I tell you, bitch. Bitch. When I tell you the way I was in here, like grabbing my stomach, laughing. Girl, I was laughing so hard. I think my eyes turned red because I was crying, rubbing my eyes. Girl, it was a mess. Do you hear me? So she said, get your finger out of my effing face. And then she said, and then Mary says that you guys are not, you guys are not the friendliest people. She said you make people gang up. She said you gang up on people and you make people do things out of despair. Lisa ain't had nothing to say because Lisa know. Lisa, I mean, listen. This show is all about stunts and shows, right? We're not going to pretend that it's not. So if you get on reality TV, especially Housewives, girl, you better make sure all your stuff is in order. Honey, you better make sure all your skeletons are tucked, buried deep in the closet because, girl, the girls are going to go looking. And even the smell of a rumor, the hint of a rumor, honey, they're going to bring on to the show. Girl, the hint that something could be there, they're going to bring on to the show. Right? But Mary was right. Girl, y'all push people backs against a wall. Girl, y'all bring up stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all wonder why people act the way that they act. Um, Meredith told Whitney basically, don't basically, why you mad at me? Because girl, somebody told me about your mess. You mad at the wrong person. Heather, let me tell y'all something about that Heather, baby. Heather Gay did not have a good season. One thing about Heather, I don't know if Heather took a communications course, if she's a journalism major, I don't know. I don't know. What I tell you that Heather can speak, Heather damn need to Heather damn near need to run for office. Girl, somebody called her Heather Luther King. One thing about that Heather, that bitch gonna give a speech. And when I tell you, I be looking at Heather like this bitch is really talking. Like Heather is really great at conveying the message. She is. She done it last year. She did it at the reunion. She's doing it again. That Heather can talk. This is the Heather that I love. This is a Heather because Heather was my favorite one. Season one, I fell in love with Heather Gay. I thought she was funny. I just thought she was a funny girl. I think Heather had the potential to be a great housewife, but I think that ship has sailed. Like Heather girl, I think Heather really could have been a great. I think Heather could have been the girl of Salt Lake City. I really do. I really really do. Um, she says basically, and I didn't write down everything, of course, but she basically starts off by saying that every day we have to put our armor on to be ready for the things people are going to say about us. Um, she was basically telling them that girl, it's bad enough. It's bad enough that we have to. We're on this show. You know, she was talking in code a little bit, but it's bad enough that we're on this show and we already have people tearing us apart, and then here we go coming into this group tearing each other apart, talking about someone's parenting, talking about someone's looks. Like this should be at least somewhat of a safe space, right? Now, what she's saying, it sounds good on paper. Okay, but I was like, "Oh, girl, Heather is girl. She's taking it." I said, "Oh, girl, she's taking it." I said, "That's my girl. Heather is taking it with this one." Um, she's not the girl. She says, "I think that we should take out." She started talking about how, like, you know, we could be mad at Monica, but about the whole burn book, but we're no better than her. She says, I think that we should take our phones and find the worst things that we've said about someone at this table, read it, and then basically let it go. Basically, kind of like this is a restart button to the sisterhood. I said, bitch. I said, oh hell no. I said, what did this bitch just say, girl? Girl, Heather said, basically, and I'm paraphrasing, we are going to take out our phones, read the meanest thing you have said about somebody in this group, and we are going to hit the restart button on the sisterhood. Bitch! Bitch, all I know is I heard Meredith say, I think this is absurd. I said, okay, bitch, I'm not playing. No, I'm not doing it. Because let me say something. I'm not afraid about what I have on my phone. Bitch, I'm worried about what y'all said about me. Okay, because bitch, I'm turning over tables. Girl, y'all done fucked around and said the wrong thing about me, girl. Girl, ain't no restarting the friendship. Girl, it's a wrap. The friendship is over. Girl, I'm too sensitive for shit like that. Bitch, y'all, because I can tell you right now, y'all, whenever y'all read whatever message I done said about somebody on my phone, you gonna be ready to slap the shit out of me, and I know I'm gonna be ready to slap the shit out of somebody at this table. So, girl, we don't even need to play this game today. This is a dangerous game. This is a dangerous game. Hello, shit, baby. All I heard Angie say, "Oh God, check please, check." I would have been with Angie, girl. I don't want to play this. I do not want to play this. I do not want to play. I don't want to play. I don't want to play. I don't want to play because a fight about to happen. A fight is about to happen. Y'all know a fight about to happen, girl. Anyways, so in my honest opinion, all BS aside, I really think this is something they came up with. I think that these messages were something. I think that the producers went around to the ladies and said, "Hey, listen, we're gonna do something at the end of this show, and girl, y'all need to be prepared. I want y'all to write something very mean about each other in your phone, and then we're gonna have you read the meanest thing that you said in your phone." I really think that's what they did, but the way they produced this show, it ain't a motherfucker walking around here that could get me to hate season 5 of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I will put this season up of Salt Lake City against any season of Housewives, any franchise, Atlanta, Potomac, New York, Orange County. Not to say that it would win and be the best season, but I would not be afraid to put it up against some of the other great seasons. I bet you season 5 of Potomac, out of all the seasons that we've seen with Orange County, 16, 17 seasons deep in, Atlanta, what about to be season 16, New Jersey, I would rank season 5 of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City at least top 3, top 4. Now, I ain't watched every franchise, but based off of the ones that I've seen, I would put Real Housewives of Salt Lake City season 5 top 3, top 4, top 5 best seasons of all time. Yes. Anyways, so Mary goes first. She says, "Heather, this is about Heather, baby." She handed Heather, bitch. She handed Heather that, bitch. I can't even get it out. She handed Heather that phone, baby. Heather looked at that phone for a few seconds and started crying. I said, "Bitch, that's what I'm talking about." See, girl, I would have got my shit right there. This bitch already crying. I don't want to do it. I'm quit. I'm gone. This bitch already crying. Girl, she ain't even got Shane. Girl, she read the first 2 sentences. She already over here shaking and shit. Girl, I don't want to play. Girl. So, in a long story short, Mary says that fame changed Heather, and that she's become mean, and she's forgot about the people who helped her, and the people that are truly happy for her. Girl, let me tell you something. I have been saying this. Heather Gay is my girl. She redeemed herself. This, especially this last episode, but we have to tell the truth. We have to tell the truth and shame the devil. You know, this is going to sound real mean what I'm about to say, and I'm going to try to say it as soft as possible. Heather, it it comes across with Heather that once she lost the weight, you know, Heather is even smaller now. Heather is even smaller than she was on the show. So Heather is skinny now. Like, she's real life skinny. Okay. Not like supermodel skinny, but like, she's skinny. You know, the supermodels be 5, 10, 100 pounds. Okay. But Heather has lost the weight. She got a new face. Okay. New set of teeth. Right. So I feel like it can come across as though Heather is now living out her fantasy of being a mean girl. It's no coincidence. Shout out to Nene Leakes that once Heather got skinny, got the face, got the teeth, that all of a sudden she started to be this mean girl. I don't remember, and I could be mistaken. I don't remember Heather being this type of girl prior seasons. So when Mary said what she said, I was like, exactly. Heather comes across as a mean girl. And it does appear, without Mary didn't really go into it this far, but girl, it's because girl, you done lost the weight, right? Now you're on this show. You're one of the popular girls. Heather had a good season, and then with the last episode, she was one of the main ones with the, timeline, steps, fucking receipt, everything. Everybody was saying it, right? So I could see, and that, again, when you just wrap it all together, it was the ingredients for a mean girl. And Heather was more than likely, when she was in school, she was probably deemed as one of the girls who was not attractive. She was a fat girl. You see what I'm saying? So now all this stuff, she has the fame, the money, the popularity, the Bravo celebrity, the now she has a new body, the new teeth, the new face, the blonde hair. Like now it's like all my dreams of, being the popular girl are coming true. Brittany, she girl, that wasn't nothing, girl. I don't think Brittany said about Mary was I would rather invite Bronwyn over for tea. When Mary got to her confessional and Mary said I agree she should. Okay, girl, I don't. You think I give a damn? God wasn't gonna come anyways. Bronwyn to Brittany. Bronwyn says that Brittany is emotionally manipulative, that she also parentifies her kids. She trauma bonds in relationships, and she says, "I feel embarrassed for her." She said in her confessional that basically, and I get it too. I do not want to sound insensitive. I think we all have issues. Okay, we all have issues, some worse than others, but I, I do not like to meet people, and girl, it's just a whole dump. I you, I don't like. I'm not a. I don't like to feel like I met somebody and like everything is always just this. Oh my god, my life is just a mess. Like, oh girl, 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 you are bringing me down. Girl, we already got our own shit anyways. I know that sounds real messed up. You shouldn't say it out loud, but I'm with Bronwyn, girl. Every time I'm around you, you always crying. Girl, it's always something. Girl, you know what I'm saying? Like, girl, I don't even want to be around her. She just brings the mood down. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, we can have one good day. Um, the funny thing about when Brittany was reading what Bronwyn said, you can see Bronwyn shaking her head like this. One thing Bronwyn gonna do is shake her head shake her head when some shit happening. Yep, I said it. Mm-hmm. Baby, ooh, baby. Angie and Bronwyn. Angie said this about Bronwyn. Angie said, Bronwyn seems nice. I like her business plan marrying a guy who has 1 foot in the grave and 1 foot on a banana peel. That's it. Oh my God. She said she wears a hot dog outfit to remind us she sucked her way to the top. She said something about her face being tight and her ears being pulled back. When I tell you, Angie was reading the dog fuck out of Bronwyn. Girl, I said, girl, this is it, girl. Bronwyn started crying. Girl, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm not playing this game. I'm not playing it. I quit. I quit. I quit. I quit. I quit. I'm not playing. I'm gone. This is some bullshit. Heather, you gotta take this table reading this stupid ass text messages and shit. Girl, I'm not playing. I'm done. Girl, I'm not playing the game. I'm not playing the game. Girl, girl. Lisa says the worst thing she said about Meredith was Meredith basically digs up information on people. Now y'all want me to believe that Lisa, who was already calling Meredith a hoe, was that season 1? Season 2, she was already calling Meredith a hoe. Girl, that's the worst thing you have said about Meredith. Girl, please. Even Angie was like, girl, stop. Heather and Whitney. Heather said about Whitney that Whitney is a girl. Bitch, when I say I hollered, because they read the text. This is how they read it. Everybody handed everybody the phone. And so she was like, "This is about Whitney. Whitney, I said this. I was very angry at you. This is not. This is not how I feel. But I was in a bit of a rage." And she said, "Whitney is a lowlife, thirsty piece of shit. She sold her soul for fame and recognition." And she said something about she carried her products. I think she carried Whitney's products at one point in her store, and she hasn't sold one. When Whitney got that phone and did like this. Bitch, I tell you, everybody at the table was crying, bitch. The only person that wasn't crying was Mary. Bitch, when I tell you, everybody at the table was crying. Whitney was crying. Girl, Heather was crying. Meredith was crying. Lisa was crying. Girl, Brahma was crying. I think, did Brittany cry? Girl, literally, like, I think everybody at the table was crying. At one point, everybody at the table. Everybody that night at that table shed a tear. Girl, Mary and everybody shed a tear at one point or another at that table while they were at dinner. Girl, when I tell you Whitney was not letting up off Lisa, bitch. Whitney said this is what she wrote about. This is what she wrote about Lisa. Now, mind you, this was more of a rumor. Bitch, Whitney said that she basically, girl, I can't remember the whole thing. Um, a lady, I think it was a lady, walked up to Justin and her, basically saying that somebody walked up to Justin and her, basically saying that if they wanted to have a threesome, then they know someone to do it because whoever it was had a threesome with Lisa and John, and the lady was supposedly jacking John off, girl, while she was making out with Lisa. Bitch! Bitch, when I tell you Lisa, bitch, I tell you, Lisa was hot. I said, bitch, not Whitney. Girl, Whitney had Lisa reading a rumor about her from her phone. I said, bitch. I said, oh no. When I tell you, baby, they were on one. When I say this episode was a hot ass mess, a hot mess. Bitch, they cursing at each other. When I tell they were cursing at each other. And then for some reason, I don't know what Angie did. But all I know is Lisa brought Angie into it. And then she said, I heard that Sean does circle jerks. Oh my God. I ain't gonna lie. I did think, baby, Sean is a big, fine ass white man to me. I said, girl, I wouldn't mind. No tea, no shade. I wouldn't mind participating in the circle jerk with Sean. Okay? That's a fine ass white man. Baby, I said, bitch, what did she when I tell you Angie, look, girl, like, bitch, what I got now? How I get in this? Girl, really and truly, I don't know how Angie got involved in this, but then Lisa was like, it was just an analogy. I was just trying to show an example. Girl, Angie got pissed off. Girl, the producers had to run in and grab Angie. She started throwing flowers at Lisa. Baby, Angie titty was popping out of her dress. It was a mess. But just like Bronwyn said, like, you have the nerve to get mad that somebody talked about your husband, your marriage, but then you turn around and do the exact same thing to somebody, and then to somebody who ain't even had nothing to do with it. How the hell did Sean and Angie get involved in this, Lisa? Bitch, your venom should be towards Whitney and Justin. Bitch, what I tell you, baby, everybody was getting whacked at that table. Everybody. Girl, everybody saw. Girl, you saw Lisa hyperventilating. Meredith was hyperventilating. Bronwyn was hyperventilating. Angie titty was hanging out. She's trying to whoop Lisa ass. Girl, at one point, girl, Mary was crying. Her hair had turned into a fro, baby. Girl, Lisa, Heather, she crying. Girl, when I say it was a mess, it was a hot ass mess at that table. You're a hot ass mess. When I tell you, I loved every second. Bitch, I loved every second of it. Do you hear me? That was the season finale. I don't know if it literally went. The season finale literally went off like they were at dinner. Lisa was like, "Bitch, I'm done." She yanked up. Lisa yanked off her microphone. She was done. Meredith said, "I don't give a f. I'm done." Meredith, she left. It was a mess. The girls were hot. I said, "Baby, this is a show." I don't know who produces this show. I know it ain't truly original. Hello. Is it truly original? I refuse to believe that truly original produced something like that. It's not truly original. But whoever produced that show and whoever the producers are, baby, they are sickening. Real Housewives of Salt Lake City season 5 will go down in the history of Housewives. It will. When I say there has not been one filler episode this entire season, Every episode has been entertaining. I have been screaming and laughing and crying my ass off this whole season. Either I was crying, boo-hoo, snot running down my nose, eyes bloodshot red, contact them, they're falling out. Girl over here huffing and puffing, pissed off. It was like a roller coaster of emotions. You be pissed off, crying, pissed off, crying, hyperventilating, girl, it just was a mess. Girl, it was literally everything that a housewife season is supposed to be about. I don't know what they're going to do season 6. I don't know how they're going to top this. And it just goes to show that, girl, you really don't have to have some over-the-top scandal. Y'all be talking about y'all don't like for the shit to go dark. But this just goes to show that, girl, you don't have to have some dark season where people are falsely accusing someone of SA. Hey, Potomac. Hey, Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to have some dark season for it to be entertaining. Every single one of these women clocked in, including Brittany, the friend of the show. Everybody came to work. Everybody came to work. This is how it's supposed to be done. When you have shows like Potomac, when you have Giselle, who just gets by off of people thinking that she's a pretty girl, but she don't really do shit. Go to the reunion, she just sit there. People go up for it because she's stoic. Girl, that's what you live for? Somebody who, you see what I'm saying? Like, girl, this is a show. The girls come to work. This is a produced reality TV show. Yes, it's a produced reality TV show. And while it is the reality stretched, right? While they may put sauce on some of the reality, they're still coming to work. They're still coming to work. And they're making sure that even though this is reality TV, they know that it's also meant to be entertaining too. I want to give a shout out to Meredith, Heather, Angie, Bronwyn, Lisa, Whitney, Mary. Let me make sure. Did I get all the girls? Let me make sure I got all my girls. Bring back my girls. Hold up. I feel like I missed somebody. Let me see. Yes. Angie, Mary, Lisa, Heather, Meredith, Bronwyn, Whitney, and Brittany. Yes. Shout out to the girls. The new girl. We got some new bitches in town, baby. Let me say, I ain't went up for no white help. Girl, bitch. I ain't went up for no white bitches like this ever in Housewife. Girl, my girls have always been Atlanta and Potomac, quiet as it's kept. But Potomac, they can, girl, no shade. Girl, Potomac, girl, y'all, girl, they can take Potomac off the out. Girl, it's no shade. Girl, Salt Lake City, girl, I'm going to BravoCon 2025. Girl, like I told y'all earlier, girl, I don't need nobody else to come. The only people I need to be at BravoCon is, girl, Meredith, Heather, Whitney, Lisa, Mary, Angie, who else? Who's Bronwyn and Brittany. Them the only 8 bitches I need to see at BravoCon 2025. Everybody else, they even gotta come. Cause y'all ain't did shit. Girl. Okay, I do want to see Dr. Wendy. And I do want to see Kenya. Yeah, some of the girls. Which y'all get what I'm trying to say. Everybody else can pretty much stay home though. shout out to Housewives. All right, y'all. I'm going. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good night. Season 5. We have the reunion next week. 3 parts. All right. Bye, y'all.